Good afternoon. Hello. Let's do this. This is what we're doing today. Boop. That's it. That's the plan. Um, I don't know. I kind of, just been feeling out of it today. I had the day off. I kind of lounged around all morning. Got sucked down YouTube Shorts rabbit holes. You know, just let the internet feed you content for 3 hours and sit. Very easy to do. Um, I guess I did play a little Satisfactory and Overwatch with Smack and Stone, but you know, most of the morning I feel like I've done nothing with. And I don't intend to start doing shit with the rest of the day either, if I'm totally honest. You know what? Let's oh no, before I reveal all my secrets, let's just turn this off real fast. Let's put on like DJ Cutman. Cutman's wonderful. We'll just throw him on and a little quieter. Um, I guess before we start, I should say I'm not a crossword expert. I've been doing them for a long time, but not particularly well or not consistently. Um, and not for the last I don't know 5 months or so. But the other day I was looking at it. I saw that my subscription expired. I was like, you know what? Let me go resub and do a couple of these. And so we have. Um, but today, this is Wednesday. Wednesday puzzle, so it's not going to be too hard. I don't know if there's like any. I think if it had a title, it would just say it right here. So I don't think it does. Let's see. Is making it bigger better? I guess this is okay. This looks pretty good, honestly. Entertain, maybe amuse. I'm gonna try and just do this way for a while. And Moo is a ranch sound. Supposed Roswell crasher is a UFO. Hello again, blind. Is this good? Is it like pretty good? If I make it too much bigger, I think I cut off parts of it on the screen. There's not really any way to do one more step larger. Like a wet blanket. No fun? I think it's this ad. There's like an ad here. I guess this isn't that bad. This is maybe acceptable. I suppose, you know what? I could make it smaller and then I could just expand it on the screen too. Let's see. We can do this as well. I think that's about as good as we get. That's okay. This will be alright. Let me just turn this down a tiny little bit more. We just started, you know, I gotta get situated. And my plan for this is to do a bit more. 24 down. Right or left arrows. I'm not sure. We'll get there, we'll get there. Grass and clay for tennis are surfaces. for playing tennis on. Entwined together, maybe ensnared in something. More than a stone's throw is far. Fasteners near hasps and an anagram of 11 down. Vocational training provider and an anagram of 55 across. So they all have the same letters. Specialized tableware for serving some Mexican food. Fasteners near hasps. Like, the hasp is the lock that's like a little thing that slides over the other part of the lock, right? Apples with chips. iPads, probably, or iPods. It's probably a tech thing and not a food thing. Call upon as for a position. I don't know. That one I don't know. Loaded chip. Nacho. Probably wish undone. That I'm not following either. Ripen age, probably? Like a laundry pile? Maybe like to be done. Unwashed. Something like that, maybe. Prelude to bandwidth throttling. Inserts used in orthodontics. It's like a retainer. Does not fit. 8 down aches. Yearns for. You know what? I do like aches for that. 7 down. Earns to studied sonic booms. Probably ball or something like that. Quarterback groove is an interception. Bargain bin finds. This is a iMac. Because DH doesn't make any sense to me. Bargain bin finds. Cheap. Maybe. Some scrubbers. Errol? Outlet of the Amu Darya. I mean, I know the Errol sees a thing. I'm going to assume that's what that is. Door latches, I think is what this is. SOS pads. Some scrubbers are SOS pads. Alright, this is not retainers. It is... inserts used in orthodontics. I still don't know. I don't know. Adornment that may have a certain charm. Like a piece of flair from Office Space. Adornment that may have a certain charm. Not sure. Nuptial exchanges. I would say vows, but... but I like SOS pads. Followed a curve. Arced, probably. Snowboards in lingo. What's a snowboard lingo? Busy professional in April is a tax guy. Certified public accountant. Certified CPA. It's not public, is it? Certified something accountant. Talks sweetly. I don't know. Ancient Greek city-state. Athens Sparta, Ionia. Is that a city-state? Ionia is like a region, isn't it? It's not a city. Subsequently, next maybe? EX doesn't look good though. I like a tubular pasta as a penny. Paid table stakes are antes. Then. Not next, but then. We could probably figure this out now. We know door latches, vocational training provider, and an anagram of 55 across. Maybe not. Specialized tableware for serving some Mexican food. Taco holders. TACOHOLD. I mean, I'm liking taco holders. Which one is that? 25 down? Challenge for a firewalker. Coals? Touch coals. Coals. What do we have left? That makes HDERS. Oh? Challenge for a firewalker. I'm not really sure. I feel like we should be able to get this. I just don't see it. It might not be coals, but I like coals. We have the right shit. THODER. I think we had the S in there before instead of the T. Red hot coals. Okay. This is going to be school. What do we lose from school? CHOOL. We still have DRATE. Trade. Okay. Well, that was all pretty straightforward. I still don't know that. Wish undone. Still don't know that either. Like a laundry pile. Keep. Heaped up. Probably. Mock heaped up. Spacers. I think that's an orthodontics thing. I still like SOS pads. Ecological. Oh, I do's. It's not vows, it's I do's. Cheap ease. It's probably cheap ease. Let's just go through the downs. To foretell is to augur. Friends and associates in slang, peeps. It's probably peeps. Call upon, tap. Wish, oh, wish undone. I rue that. Okay. An Arizona player, Cardinal. What's in Arizona? The Phoenix Suns? Are the Cardinals are not Arizona, are they? There's something else. Oh yeah, I got no clue on that one. No, you know what? I think you're right. Actually, you said Arrow off the rip. This is looking like Arrow to me. I didn't like it at first, but I think you're right. Bracelets can have charms. To talk sweetly is to coo. EV battery capacity unit is megawatt hour, probably. Could be kilowatt hour. I mean, it's gotta be, right? A back, C back, something. Data cap, D back. Diamondback? I guess that's the Diamondbacks. Enlaced makes sense to me. Presidential candidate of 92 and 6 is Perot. Bathroom remodeling specialist is a Tyler. I think that was a clue on the last one we did. Or on Sunday was Tyler's, maybe. Snowboard and lingo is a ride, maybe. Might be rides. Rides fits with cheapies, even though I don't love cheapies. Fast without flying colors. Ticketed. Maybe find ticketed though. I really like. I mean, Perot's right. 92 and 96. It was Clinton and Bob Dole in 96 and Perot. In 92 was Clinton, Perot, and Bush. I think. Bush Sr. It's gotta be Perot. He's the only one who comes close to fitting. Ticketed. I guess it's probably D here, right? I don't know. Felicity Jones. This is Rogue One. It's a Star Wars thing. Prepared to pop the question, say, knelt down 60 across dirt. Let's see. Okay, that makes sense to me, for sure. That sounds like German. Der is the, right? The Tagesspiegel. Makes sense. Are you serious, probably? Newsroom folks. Maybe PAs. Newsroom folks. Probably not P. Groundbaker's spade. Was it cute? I'll take cute. You know what? I don't know how to speak German. Is it wrong? Is it Tagesspiegel? Something like that? Alright. Newsroom folks, though. I'm not sure. Justin Timberlake's former band. Where's that? NSYNC. That one's easy. Tolkien Horde is orcs. Say when. Bit of sleepwear is a teddy. Fits there really easily. Root for Chiron. Word with tall or short is order. Groundbreakers again. Didn't we just do Groundbreakers? What was this one? Groundbreaker. Groundbreakers. Maybe like trendsetters, fashionistas, something. A is like ah, not A, and the S is sh, and the last E is kind of silent. Tagesspiegel. How's the last E silent? In the gull? Tagesspiegel. Der Spiegel is definitely a newspaper, right? Der Tagesspiegel. All right. In good shape financially. Soften the L. Tagesspiegel. I don't know how to soften the L. I feel like I got my L's as soft as humanly possible already, dude. My tongue don't work that way. Like you just say the G. Tagesspiegel. Thai dish that translates to fried with soy sauce. Had see you? Is it just 3 E's in a row? Is that right? I think that's right. I should ask an actual German. Yeah, if I was gonna... I have a feeling that there's not gonna be very many Germans hearing me say my poorly pronounced German words. You know? You know what I'm noticing is the chat's in a really bad spot for this, but I guess it doesn't really matter, yeah? There's not really a better place to put it, especially when it's just putting out white text. I don't really know how to fix that. Dos plus seis is ocho. That's 2 plus 6. That one's pretty straightforward. CVS is a Rite Aid competitor. Solvent is to be in good shape. Like galleys or ord. So EDs. Editorial directors, I guess. This is Pioneers. It is just 3 E's in a row. Oh, Polis. It's just the name for a city. Pass with flying colors. Ticketed, cited. Yeah, that makes sense. Did... Oh, no, wait. Polis will be I, because it's did okay. If I knew the letter, that looks like a B to me. I don't know that letter, man. I'm gonna do this. Here's what we're gonna do with this real fast. We can make... we can make... This? Oh, that's pretty black. Oh yeah, sorry. It's my bad. We did in fact pause. I'm fucking around with something else. Let's see. That's not really what we want to do, is it? Maybe it's this? Yeah, the whole screen's busy for sure. I could probably shrink it, you know? And, like, put it, Did this at least turn the text black? Let's see. Well, that's a bad thing to test with. Maybe I just broke my chat box entirely. Alright, you know what? We're fumbling. Did I break it by doing... Doot, doot, doot. This? It's so hard to tell. No, I've got this... black text on a black screen, and I can't test it, you know? How about we do red? This works, right? Why isn't it displaying? I broke it. We broke it. Oh, there it is. I did, in fact, break it. Doing something silly. Red's good, though. Red will show up good. We'll put it right in the middle of the crossword. Alright, what were we doing? Irksome buzzers, gotta be a gnat. This is looking more and more like kneeled. Prepared, paid table stakes. Oh, so they're not antes, they're anteed. Somebody did pay. The Eiger for one. I don't know what the Eiger is. Something a Tesla driver doesn't need to carry. A fuel can? Maybe? Yogi's balancing stance with arms overhead. Tree something. Front? Yeah. Pose, probably. Alp? The Eiger could be an Alp. You know what? Let's just do this too. We're going for one thing, we might as well do the whole thing. Alright, if you got a answer to the puzzle you want to fill in, just go for it, dude. You'll have to figure out the right number of spaces, but like... Oh yeah, that's perfect. That works, right? Alright. Up to now is as yet. Not self-sufficient is needy, probably. Vote for I. Conducted lead. Yeah. And farm structure is a sty. Even with all our goofing around, we finished this one in a pretty good time. For me. Let's go ahead and just do that. Alright, so even though it says I have in fact done 28 and 26. I haven't done anything else for like the last 5 months though, so I'm just gonna go back and do these backwards, I guess. I don't know how long we'll do this for. We might get up to Sunday or Saturday and then stop, because this will probably take me 45 minutes or so. They get easier as you go backwards, so. Or probably a little longer. But let's just let's just do them. I didn't already do this, did I? Parts of a horse's bloodline. Is this good? Oh no. Let me do this. How's that? I guess we just don't see the timer. All right. Parts of a horse's bloodline, maybe mares. Lavender is a scent. It's a purple color. Gave birth to boar. I'm not sure. One of the main roles on 30 Rock. Don't know that either. Vacation rental craft. Like a ski-doo. Or a kayak, maybe? Canoe. Name in one-liners. $27 down can be a good start. Can't you see? Probably. Crack Squad is probably A team. Grow from. I don't know. Portrayed, like acted out or spun. Stem from. I do like that. That's a pretty good call. A wax wrapped wheel is Edam cheese. Hairy member of the Addams family's cousin It. I like Stem a lot. Stem's a very good answer, Blind. Don't doubt yourself. Collective opinion. That D's looking a little weird. Wisdom of the masses, maybe? Something like that. Wisdom of the... of... something. Wisdom, maybe. I like wisdom for that, anyway. Palindromic term of address, ma'am. Bibliographical abbreviation. Et al. Probably. Sign that you have something. Not sure. First Lady of Civil Rights. I don't know this one either. We should probably know that one. 48 across stomp. Step on it. I think stomp's pretty good. It might be like speed. Step on it, like go faster. Accelerate sort of thing. But stomp's pretty good. There's a double meaning there, you know. Bit of gear in Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I don't know. Like a sword, a wizard's staff. Rockets frequently travel in this. It's a sports team, Rockets, right? Could be that. It could just be like on the back of a truck some way. Played it safe in a way. Romantic something. Comedy. I don't know. A hairpiece is like a wig or a toupee. It could be a song from the musical Hair. Word with split or loose. 24 down near. Let's see. Close. I do like near for this. That's another one that could change. Student at Hogwarts. I mean, wizard? Probably just wizard, right? Maker of colored track TVs. No idea what that is. Don Draper was an ad dude, an advert guy. Maybe I don't like wizard, actually. This is probably like RCA or something, right? RCA did everything. HST's successor. All right, let's just keep going down the list. Speak highly of. It's like a rave. Tout. One of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter? Peter Quill is one. He's Star-Lord. Groot. 28 down offer. Gently suggest as an idea. Like offer. Who are the other Guardians of the Galaxies? The raccoon is Rocket. Mantis. Drax. Gamora. I'm leaning towards Peter for this with the R and dropping the F. Not really sure. To enlightenment. I mean, if the R's wrong though, because close and near are like pretty good, but close could be close and it could be like shut. Or I don't know. It could be shut and it could be Groot. Maybe. End of a movement. Most Yemenis. This is gonna be like Sunni, maybe? Most, I don't... I don't know, like, is there a different ethnicity than Yemeni that the Yemenis are? I don't know enough. Yeah, Peter's a name, and Peter's like not his superhero name, you know? He goes by Star-Lord. I think I like Groot more too. But that makes both of them wrong, and I kind of want one of those to be right. Alright, let's do that. We're just going to throw shut in here for now, too. Ramps might connect them abbreviated. Number prominently featured on a GoFundMe page. Goal. Alright. Groot's looking a lot better with goal in there. Like some black tea. I don't know. British Empire trade entity founded in 1600. Trade entity. Like the Dutch East India Company. But that's too many letters. And I don't know if there's gotta be other versions of that, right? And also the Dutch East India Company, I think, is Dutch. But so I don't know what the British one is. But it's gotta be something like that. Crow known to sing. Sheik. Something Sheik. Weeper of Greek myth. Gosh, don't know that either. Who's crying in a Greek myth? Like Antigone? She cried a bunch, right? Actress, something Dawn Chong of The Color Purple. No clue. High school subject. 3 letters, maybe like gov or science, something like that. Mass method for seeking input. Public poll. What do you call it? When you do a referendum? Referendum. Doesn't... I guess we put an S on the end of that, it fits too. Whose sculpture faces a 2,000-foot-long reflecting pool familiarly? Abe. Eavesdropping sort, maybe like a peeping Tom. GPA booster is an easy A. Far out. Red, maybe? I kind of like how these fit. I don't know what those are, though. A bit of D&D gear in Dungeons & Dragons could be something you use for, like, actually playing the game, like a dice tower, too. Played it safe in a way. I mean, I kind of like that still. It keeps going in circles. Like the edge of the circle? Maybe? Apprehension, unease, nervousness. I don't know. Very high. Pressed as clothes. I don't know. Like ironed? What hearts and horses might do, they race. Green starter. Eco-friendly and all that. This is looking like Mares is pretty good to me too. One of the main roles in 30 Rock, still don't know. Sign that you have something. Don't know. Herpes. Split or loose. Sturgeon product is row. Probably really let have it. Student at Hogwarts. Let's throw wizard back in. Forget it. Noted criminal whose name starts with the same first 4 letters as where he was imprisoned. Al Capone. Capone was imprisoned in Alcatraz. Alright. Gave birth to. Von Furstenberg. I don't know. I don't know fashion designers. 5-letter name, though. 5-letter German name, probably? Something Rossi. Once serving a queen. Like a bee? Or an ant? Maybe? Gently suggests as an idea, like, toss it out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, Path to Enlightenment is Tao, right? That's what that is. What is this, though? Wisdom? Or is it Tao? Wait. Tao? Lots of his opinion. Wisdom of the... If this is also an E. I don't know. Many a jazz ensemble. It could be a trio. Drivers org. AAA probably. That's my guess. Stake option. Rare. Medium. Rub, perhaps. Later. Unified 1. If we don't do this, and we say this is Chow, what do we got there? Drivers org. This could be golf too. PGA. I don't know. I do like 1. I like 1 a lot there, though. Like some black tea. Not sure. Stuck to. So when it's the 2 is in parentheses, it means like that would be included in part of the answer. Like when you did stem, to grow is to stem from. To be stuck to something is the 2 is going to be part of it, so I think stuck to attached, maybe something like that. Still don't know this one. I bet Rad's wrong, and I bet it's some sort of tube, though. This is probably tube. Played it safe. I do like this, though. D is probably right there. Far out. Former Apple laptop was an iBook. That was a laptop, right? Celebrity chef Matsuhisa or his restaurant chain? No clue. Seriously, don't bother. No, no. I-word. Egad. All blank. Queen's Gambit actress is Anya, which I like. Easy A. Pretty good. Holy Toledo. No clue. Without a break. Could also be 1. Tesla for 1 is a car, maybe. Is also a man. Oh, gosh. Well, this is a tough one. Act. Sneak. Keeps going in circles. Yeah, I mean, I like 1 again still, too. Huh. Ramps might connect them abbreviation. Like, it could be roads. Maybe? Like an on-ramp to a highway? End of a movement. Officer in charge of a military unit. Commander. Maybe? Oh, symptom. Okay, okay. Symptom. Tracy. Wasn't, yeah, Tracy Morgan was on 30 Rock, right? Very high. Dressed as clothes. I don't know. What is this? HST's successor. Harry S. Truman's successor was... Ooh. Eisenhower? Dwight D. Eisenhower? Very high. Man, I don't know. I don't know how I don't know these things. Maybe we do and I've got something wrong here. Maybe marriage is wrong. This is Tracy. I like symptom and I like eco and I like race. I like all of those, honestly. Very high. Ends? Loose ends, split ends? Okay, that seems good. Lavender, for instance, is an herb, I guess? Really let have it? I don't know. A hair piece. The First Lady of Civil Rights. EA. Man, I should know this. Probably. First Lady. Gave birth to 3 letters. Blank, see blank. What could this possibly be? Gave birth to. Ict. It's gotta be past tense. 3 letters. Maybe Capone's not right. Was Al Capone in Alcatraz? I mean, that sounds so good. In my head, that sounds great. What's another famous prison? I don't know. That seems so close, though. That seems so good. Maker of color track TVs. Name in one-liners. Edman. Be... Okay, canoe is good. Be rough. Be... something. I don't know. Stripe? Oh, berated. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Stripe looks pretty good to me. And I'm liking Shut again. And this is loud. Gently suggests as an idea. If it's of the, which I feel like it might be. Of the float. I'm floating this idea out there. Hello, Rossi. I mean, what else could this be? A hairpiece. And pain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't recognize that. I don't really know this either. End of a movement. Oh, a coda. That's a piece of music thing. Is this compost? What would this be? Mass method. High school subject with a U in it. Math, science, English, civics, like auto shop maybe has a U in it. I don't know how you would fit it in there. Government. Government's sort of the same thing as civics. Social studies. I don't know. Far out. Maybe it's not tube. Mass method for seeking input. feel like we should know that one too. I don't have it. It keeps going in circles. Let's get rid of this. If we get rid of this too. I say no clue on that one. This probably ends with a D just because it's past tense stuck to. I'm gonna guess. Apprehension. Dread. Holy Toledo might be EGAD, actually, now that we're here. This probably ends in ing there. Actress. All rise. Okay, I feel pretty good about all that. Mass method for seeking input. Outsourcing? How to break uni. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It keeps going in circles. I just don't know. Something chic. Is it Nobu? Nobu's a restaurant chain, right? I bet that's right. Wait. East. Look, I got East India. Is there like a trick here? Okay, I don't think there is. I think if there was, I wouldn't see it here either. Boop. This probably ends in D too, right? Played it safe. Slowed? Potentially? I don't know, maybe it's not tube. Fuck. Very high. Rest as close. I feel like there's something we're missing here. You know? Alright, if this isn't Wizard... what are the 4 houses? Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor. It's not that. Which Stripe could just be wrong. I like Wizards so much, but gave birth to. Had. So the cat had kittens. Is this Hagrid? Hagrid was a student at one point, right? Name in one-liners. Okay, there's some sort of like thing here that we're fucking missing. There's some rebuses happening here or something. Very high. If this is 1. Ironed. What does that do for us? So, owned commander. Owned. Because this could be this now. I really like Al Capone. I thought it was just going to be Capone, but if it's Al Cap 1. Wisdom of the... What? Outsourcing Sneak, Easy A Dread. I mean, maybe that's right. Wisdom of the Stone. One serving a queen. You know what? We can put RCA in here again. Oh wait, Hermione. Now I'm really lost though. This is 1 again here. Wisdom of the 1/1. It's 3 of them in a row here. What the hell is this? Is this also 1? Very high. Stoned? Shit. I don't get it though. Whatever this is, I don't get it. Headman. Eli? Oh, it's literally a name in the middle of these 2 words. Gross. I don't get this, though. The First Lady of Civil Rights. I don't know it. Alright, there's gotta be a lot of ones in here, right? I bet this is as 1. This is gonna be well done. How do you do that? Drivers org. Okay. All right. I'm putting together something here. Two's company. Three's a crowd. Wisdom of the crowd. Company commander. What is this? Oh, she might use her Kurds, maybe? Is this not right? That would get done in here. I don't know how we fit well in here, though. Org. I don't know. That's probably not right. Many a jazz ensemble. Let's throw trio back in here. Arabs. T-Bone. Tata. AAA. Stuck to adhered. Boho chic. Don't know what that is. I don't know what this is either. Mass method for seeking input. This can't be right. There's got to be a 1 in here, right? Crowdsourcing. So it's got to be 3 ones right here. 1. All right. Let's get it back at a good spot. Hmm. I feel pretty good about these. I don't know what this is. The East India Company. Is it East India Company? It's gotta be. All this is so good. Like some black tea. Maybe not. Maybe it's not stomp. Let's look at this without stomp in here. Step on it. This one's harder than I thought it was going to be. I've done pretty good with it though. Anytime we sort of figure this, like this sort of puzzle out, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. Without a break, one piece. One Z. Seriously, don't bother. Done it. The Diobi. Keeps going in circles. Like some black tea. Man, I don't know. British Empire Trade Entity founded in 1600. I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna give up. Step on it. Let's just put speed in and said. I mean, it's not throwing anything up at me, you know? Really like Abe. Let's put that back in here. Is this wrong? Pretty sure that's right. And 5-letter word ends in AR. Dungeons and Dragons gear. Spear? Wait, can I put a 1 here? I don't think that really matters. I wish I had a hotkey to do rebuses though. That doesn't matter because we're not going to actually finish the whole thing, you know? Eng. Played it safe. All right. No, you know what? I don't know it. Put me in the next one. I've been doing this one for 50 minutes. That's long enough. Admire. The. Okay, it's the. Oh, Rosa Parks. Oh, yeah. All right, we should have known that one. I don't know why I hair pieces of Hank. Niobe. And it's no need. Seriously, don't bother. No need. Sneak was good. That's good to know. It keeps going in circles as an eddy. Okay, that makes sense. On end, without a break. Say... What the hell is that? Ceylonese? No clue on that. Cheryl? Cheryl Crow, okay. Pedal, step on it. Yeah, okay. English, Venba. Rockets frequently travel... Oh, it is the NBA. There is a sports team called the Rockets, and they travel for the NBA. Gross. Hedged, okay. Romantic era. No, I just wasn't getting that shit. We made the sports connection here early on, and then I forgot about it. Hedged, I was never close to. Crow, I was trying to think of, like... Crow names, you know? I just didn't put that one together either. We made this connection early on, too. And then I sort of let it go because I couldn't think of a word that meant the same thing. This, no clue. We were never getting this word, black tea. Ceylonese. On end, we could have got no need. We could have got theoretically. Eddie, we could have got theoretically. Sneak, we did get. Rosa Parks, we should have got though. Okay. All right. Let's do the next one. This one will be a little easier. All right, already. Tilda. Whip, maybe? Lemon meringue pie ingredient. I don't know. Singer Aguilar with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Not sure. Decorate. Crushing on. Oracle. Maybe Seer. What a capture tries to detect a robot. Exam for juniors. Like the practice SATs. Malcolm X or Milk. Like early 2000s movies. Was Milk from the early 2000s or the late 90s? That was shit, I don't even know. Not in a million years. As if. Pirates, Titanic or Jaws? I mean, they both had sinking boats in them. One was directed by James Cameron, one was directed by Spielberg. They both take place in the ocean. QB protectors, I'm not sure. Run as die. Max. Top, maybe? Instrument prominently heard in both Seal's Kiss from a Rose and Sonny and Cher's I Got You, Babe. I don't know. Oboe. Change. Monosyllabic. Completely missed the ball. Whiff. Bozos are clowns. Goofuses. Live tweeters. Just birds, maybe? Wild or the road? I don't know, like, there's not a title for this, right? I don't know how to see if there's a title, what it is. Made an illegal act. Some pub orders. Freaky Friday or The Parent Trap both had Lindsay Lohan in it, right? Bava or Lima? Find. Zinc pyrite? It's fool's gold, maybe? I think. Iron pyrite? I don't remember. It's probably not right. You said it. Direction at the beginning of a stage script. Enter, probably. Firm communication. Memo. Tension hoarding. Members of a flock. Use. Flock of sheep. Numbers is nose. The umpire stays on home plate. Important number for a middle distance runner. Mile time. Move in spirals. And something you might have to sit still for. I don't know. Let's just go through all the downs. Covert ops, stay fresh. I don't know. Classic kids game that tests motor skills. Operation. Lamp oil. Epi. Papa. Hope. I don't know. I don't know what this one is. Lamp oil. I don't know what this one is either. A duty is like a job, but it's also like a tax. Tariff. K-pop start. It's an idol. Section of the brain is a lobe. Delete. Drop. Adorn. Antique. Plastic fastener. Follow. Be on the A team. Popular gifts and pledge drives. We got a lot of this now. Malcolm X or milk. I mean, episodes fits. What goes before episodes? Something episodes. Sack. Fire. Profile. Profile picture. Something ensues. Okay, I like that. The curd falls by the wayside. Curds and whey. A water feature. I don't know how I feel about that one. Sound from one at the end of one's leash. Like a whale. Jessica Alba is an actress. That's looking a lot like Oboe. This is gonna be a woof. Completely missed the ball. Completely missed the ball. Is fan? The quarterback's defender is the offensive line. The O-line? Completely missed the ball. Fan. I don't know what this one is. I think that's right, but I don't know what fan completely missed the ball means. Bozos. We're going down again, I forgot. Novel format. Suspect's need is an alibi. Anxious. Tired, maybe. This is bleed. Change. Move in spirals. Not sure. Something you might have to sit still for. SNL sketch that kicks off the show. No clue. Count on rely. Island near Java. I mean, this is like Bali, maybe. That's an island. Words shared by forbidden lovers, maybe. Not sure. Tacky and loud. Something that ends with a Y, probably. Tawdry. Something like that. Meat market scraps. Bones? The Olympic symbol is the torch? Or maybe it's the flame itself? Bills with an estimated lifespan of 5.5 years appropriately. Fives? The last 5 years, they're $5 bills? This doesn't seem quite right to me. Let's do that, and just because Fava fits, you set it in case. Lest. Is it we can't? Whatever this is isn't making any sense to me there. Awful. Rely is wrong. I really like rely on for countdown, but this is offend. Click. Hold open, I guess. Oh, done. A novel format is an ebook. That makes sense. Changes coins, tents, bozos, boobs. Bank on. Walkie-talkie. That's cute. Is this like flick of the wrist? Numismatic rating. Numismatists are stamp collectors, is that right? Or are they coin collectors? Is this mint? Don't make no sense though. Needy. March Madness number C. Pop Art is anti. Click of a switch. Oh, Tawdry's with a W and not that. Iron Pyrite. Yep, okay. This is a corkscrew. Ales, yep. Pub orders. Max's cap. And something you might have to sit still for is a pose. Okay. It's nice to like make the progress that we weren't making the last time. Plastic fasteners, a zip tie. Zest. Oh wait, see there. Also start though. Totes into. Stay fresh. Keeps. Okay. Kerosene. That's not so bad. That was like a Wednesday one. We do those a little quicker. Oh, apparently we were looking at this for a minute already, some other point. That looks okay. Annual destination of about 2.5 million pilgrims. United Nation headquarters array. The flags? Actress Greer. Pam Greer? It's an actress, right? Even a little bit. Like a smidge. Step on it again. Place to clip a wireless mic. Like your collar. Not sure. Softball stat? Also not sure. Injury that's so embarrassing no one is allowed to mention it. Taylor Swift's blank song. Rap. I don't know that yet. Not just yet. One of clubs. Clubs always golf, you know? There's always the chance it's a golf thing. There's no walk in the park. Hike. A TP. Is that how you spell TP? Something like that. Not sure if that's right. Home to the Munch Museum. Tampa Bay footballer. It's a buck? Buccaneer? Result of forgetting to pack a toothbrush for a Doha vacation. Doha's Indonesia? Is that right? Or is that wrong? I'm gonna briefly cheat. No. Qatar. Doha's Qatar. Still doesn't help me that much though. Big bungle. A whoopsie. Avoid a collision at the last second. Swerve. End of story. Largest in a set of kitchen measures. I mean, this is going to be a tablespoon, probably. Something like that. Aye, aye. Soldier's affirmative. Yes, sir. Artery openers. I don't know. Childbirth assistant, maybe a nurse or midwife. This is a ray, so. Cuban dance performed at a Russian villa. Toilet paper layer. Supply. Plant in some juices and lotions. Probably aloe. Pittsburgh-based giant in the metals industry. I don't know. I mean, Pittsburgh is the Steelers. It's like U.S. Steel. Based giant in the metals industry. I'm really not sure. A scene of chaos. Made the grade leveled. Past. We'll go past. Earthy pigment. Penultimate Greek letter. The second to last. I don't know. It's like tau. Something. Indistinct muttering from a ring-tailed primate. Lemur murmur. Is that what we're doing? We're being repetitive? Cuban dance performed at a Russian villa. Salsa. Salsa's not Cuban, is it? It's a Russian villa. I don't know. Bad breath. Injury. I don't know. We're gonna leave that in there for now. Heart test readout for short. BPs? BPM? Tart stealing Wonderland characters. The Queen of Hearts. Fruit whose name precedes fruit in the name of another fruit. What? A fruit whose name precedes fruit in the name of another fruit. Grapefruit. It's a grape. Competed in a marathon, ran, probably. Lou. Oh no, something's messed up here. This can't be the queen. Antlered animals could be elks. Although that would be elk. Because elk is just plural already. So maybe not. Maybe that is a Q. Something else is wrong. Instead, matches up. Lines, probably? Or it would be parentheses up if that was right, probably. Mary. It's going to be sinks. High res photo, UPC, bars to be scanned. Yep. And this is Bugs. And this is Mary. This is going to be Superman. Ills? Societal ills? Doula. How do you spell doula? Is it with an O? To a greater degree is going to be more so. I don't know vegan cosmetic brand. Don't know soccer legends. Searched exhaustively. Scoured. Probably. School in Charlottesville's gotta be Carolina. UCA though? UVA? Charlottesville. Charlottesville. Charlotte is South Carolina. Charlottesville. Maybe that's Virginia. Does that make this Knave? Is that somebody? I guess the Knave's could be a card, I suppose. Appealing to self-indulgent impulses. Let's just go do our downs over here. Let's see. Step on it. Announcement from a flight attendant for short. ETA probably. Iconic San Francisco airport. Where for Dracula? Capes. A lot, not just some. Broccoli tops are florets. Southeast Asian language. With an L? I'm not sure. Police department alert. An APB. Oh, this is lapel. This has got to be whatever they speak in Laos, right? But it's something else. What the acorn said when it grew up in a classic math joke. Gee, I'm a tree. Gin flavoring is slow. Survivor host Jeff. Do not know. Abuela. A mirror you reflect in. Possibly glitchy software release. Beta, probably. Alright. Oh, a taboo boo-boo. Very cute, very cute. One of a club is a member. Our song, yep. Probably RBI. Still don't know that one. Oslo. Forgetting to pack a toothbrush for a Doha vacation. Qatar tartar. Cute. That's cute. Later. Cloak. Okay. Oh, transport. Did I read airport earlier? I think I did. Cable car. A trek. Yep. Ancient alphabet character, a rune. Snafu. End of story. Cast a wide net is fishes. The NHL uses Zamboni's tic-tac-toe, I guess. Snazily dressed. One of those things got to be wrong down there. It's probably BPM. U.S. state with nearly 34,000 miles of shoreline. Well, that's Alaska. This sign. It's an EKG then. And that's what Greek letters gotta be. Psi? P? What else could that be? I think that's probably right. Oh, dapper. We've got DAC here, and obviously we're doing that again. Oh, Daka Cha-Cha. Interesting. Okay. Mia Hamm? That's a soccer player, right? Stints or stents. Appealing to self-indulgent impulses. It's a quota. Period. Decadent. Alcoa. No clue. Even a little bit. At all. Matt. I don't know why Matt is step on it. There was a few of this that I didn't get. There's a few of these that just didn't make any sense to me, but we've got them anyway. And we didn't have to give up on that one. It's nice to not have to give up. Alright, let's do this one last Sunday one and then we'll stop. Give me a break. Alright, so if it does have a title, it shows it up here. That's good to know. I don't really know. Alright. Texas terminus of I-35. Not sure. Gotta be Dallas or Austin though, right? Place for a plug. Outlet. Airline. Sport coached by Ted Lasso. That's a TV show, right? It's a 6-letter sport. Hockey? Relative of a June bug? Not sure. Animal farm facility. A facility from the book Animal Farm, or just like a facility on a farm that has animals? Mining intensely. Not sure. Zone out. Supposed influence on Pink Floyd's The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. No idea. Could start with an A though. Ace. Knock. What is the name of the Taylor Swift tour? The Love Tour? The Last Tour? The Lost Tour? What's the name of her new album? I'm not sure. Pride and Prejudice surname. Also not sure. I don't know any of that. One giving creepy looks. An ogler. Yearbook signers. Classmates. World's largest inland body of water. What's the name of that big lake? Lake Baikal. Inland body of water. Thus far, poetically. You might see them now and again. I don't know. I don't know. Milton, who designed the I Heart New York logo. Also don't know. Gosh. A Fortune 500 company whose logo is a blue infinity symbol. Whose logo is a blue infinity symbol? I don't know that either. Definitely don't know that. Throws, maybe? Tosses? Let's throw tosses in. Aid for a novice guitarist is a tab, probably? Home of Bala Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's gotta be like Oman. Something like that. Fairy look-alike. Sprite. This is where we're going. An ampule, I think. Is that? Long, narrow piece of jewelry. A barrette? Pasture with little bites. Nip at? Rubbish. Seat at the dining table. Real name that becomes a fake one by changing its first letter. I don't know if this is right. This is Elias or Alias, right? So that's got to be that. Kicked out of school, sent home. Tosh, maybe? That's a thing, right? Third largest city of Turkey. No clue. After 9, but not after 10. Well, 10 comes after 9. And doesn't come after 10. What is this, though? That doesn't make any sense. Flowing tresses. Subject of DC's Stone of Hope Memorial. Identifying statement. Word before tooth or candy. Hmm. I don't know that one. Centers of attention. Gave a thumbs up. Okayed. Like that, I guess. Oaked. Exploits. Organizer of a school field day for short. Like the teacher. Extra crisp informally. Sea change, maybe like tide. Something like that. Dealership stat. Mileage. PSI, maybe? I don't know. The Noster and Paternoster. Father. Paternoster. I don't know what Noster means. Like much baby food, is completely blended up. Round. Mushed. Maybe? Dealership stat. If this is sepia tones, all right. Oh, we like that one a lot. That started with off. Teed off. Rope. Search blindly for. Dealership stat. It's gotta be miles per gallon. Family member. Munster. Pureed. This is pureed. Okay. That's good. Hour? It's probably hour. Our Father, Paternoster. Because Nasser Nosotros makes sense to me. Shape of a certain bean, like the shape of a kidney. What is this one again? Broken? Oh, family member is a mobster, a part of the mob. Broken nose. Okay. Plea is the result of some bargaining. Swindle by instant messaging. Irish name meaning lover of hounds. Oh no. Tone deafness medically. Like Halley's Comet every 75 or so years. Visible. Formal. Dressy. Word with where and how, but not usually why. No. People of Western New York. Like a screw after being turned counterclockwise. Looser? Predecessor of a USB drive. What? Sonia? Something like that? Can't hear. It's probably this, right? It's probably something. It's gonna be Connor. I don't know what that is. PC card, I guess. And this is Con something. No clue on that. Anywhere, anyhow. Okay, we like that. Rescene. I kind of really hate Rescene, but it fits. Cancel. A lunch option is a bento box. Everybody likes a bento. Toronado or Cutlass informally. Those are both cars. Right? What kind of cars are they? Words to a pet at the door. In or out? I don't know who the original SNL cast is. Long-handled hammer. Like a sledge? Like a club? Potentially club. Affectedly creative. I don't know. Shout heard in the Plaza, Mexico. It's gotta be Olay. We love Olays. Words of praise. I mean, odes are... That's what an ode is, right? Boys Club. Where did we lose track of what we were doing? It's me? Tranquil state of mind. Is this Tao again? Zen? I don't know. $19. Food container. I like Zen. Can, maybe? Character at the center of Dunkirk. Not sure. Some British soldier without holding back. Atop. Crosswords really like Acme, you know, and that's what that means. I don't know if that's gonna be right though. Beverage that can be served Hinata-kan. Sunbathed. Beverage that can be served sunbathed, and it's gonna be Japanese, right? Some sort of tea or sake. I don't know what else there is. Whiskey. Whiskey fits. And we know the Japanese like whiskey, right? I don't really like that though. What is this? Eye candy. Eye tooth. Ear candy, ear tooth. I don't know. Beauty that runs in the family. I don't know that either. Brazilian currency, they use pesos, right? What's in Brazil use pesos? Price of ignorance, so to speak. The U.S. agency originally set up to fund war expenses. It has to be the IRS, right? Psycho Mother Bates. Some significant others for short. BFs. Yeah, why not? Goofs up. Probably not this. Oh no, it's Reals. Reals. Yeah. Heirs. If you, so to speak. Boys Club. Oh no. Expose. Bear, maybe? Bounded. Jumped. Perhaps. I'm gonna leave it off because J's are weird. Dollop. Dab. Greasy garage job. I don't know. Reproductive cell. Unless the sperm or the egg. Something to aim for on a golf course. R? Still don't know that one. Pointed at. Like maybe accused for that one? Something like accused? Use a family crypt. Not tell a soul. House floor manager. The vacuum? Perhaps? Something like... How do you manage the floor of your own house? Adventure-seeking travelers in old usage. Polynesian language. Don't know that either. Knock. I kind of like Ace. Yeah, we should know that one. We should probably know that one too. Becomes unduly prominent. Sleep. 40 winks. Sleeps. Forty winks. Like 40. It's a weird way to phrase that if it's going to be sleeps. When said 3 times, mantra for some accused. I don't know. Completed collection. Set. Conspicuous kissing, e.g. for short. PDA, like some casts. Plaster, maybe? Not loving these. We're gonna leave that though. Orange and peach, for example. Like fruit? Not really sure on that. Word has it. Like, I heard a rumor. Group. Man, really don't know any of those. Wisconsin Politico, a long narrow piece of jewelry. I don't know what this is either. Our pin? What is this? Supper? Support? That shit don't make no sense. If you ask me, I think the U means that this is going to be abbreviated, so in my opinion, or in my honest opinion, God who lent his name to a... Okay, so this is going to be not this. It's going to be tin instead, and this is going to be Thor for Thor's days. He can be found above it. Helium can be found above it. Neon, I guess. That's the gas, right? Beginner's edition. Alright, this has to be wrong. Because this is measles. Intro course, like introductory. Buctory. Introductory fits. Whatever the puzzle is, we haven't figured out the puzzle yet. Give me a break. Particularly abbreviated. Jazz Great Al, don't know. Third largest city, Flowing Tresses. Don't know. Subject of DC's Stone of Hope Memorial. I don't know if I love It's Me. It could be like WWI, World War One. Oh no, centers of attention. Exploits uses, probably. I do like that. Organizers of a school field day for short. Like the PTA. Top. At some point. Come to, like, awake? I'm gonna do this. I don't know what the Psycho Mother is. Price of ignorance. It divides and multiplies. Friend of Buffy. It's like Skylar or something, right? Isn't that right? I don't know. No, I don't know if that is right. Greasy garage job. A maul is a long-handled hammer. Effectively creative is arty, maybe? What was this? Boys Club. Pink Floyd's light refracting prism for one iconic example. Album art. Nyx. Okay, swindle by instant messaging is contextually. It's one word they can break into two to make that. Boys Club. I don't know. Oh, Gilda Radner. That's a name. Reinforce. Bolster. This is gonna be Gob, maybe? This will be Golem. I like the Toyota logo. Oval, probably. Same. Me too. More than just a sec. More than just a sec. I don't know. Blamed. One named singer with the 1961 #1 hit Run Around Sue. I do not know. Run Around Sue. Org established by 111 down. Prez who established 110 down. It's got to be FDR and the Social Security Administration, right? Something like that. JFK. Initial shock. Sun's setting for short could be Phoenix. Japanese honorific. San? I guess. Supper. I really don't know what this is, honestly. It looks bright, actually. Becomes unduly prominent. Supposition? Maybe? Beauty that runs in the family? Oldsmobile, I guess. If you like, so to speak, if you like. Keep mum. Adventure-seeking travelers in old usage. Errants? I like that. Alright, so this is definitely not FDR. It's the EPA. And Richard M. Nixon. Richard Nixon established the EPA, I guess? More than just a sec. Interrelations. Root. What is that? More than just a sec. Root. Maybe that's not right. One named singer. The Phoenix Suns are in the NBA. I see. Tolgoan, maybe? Initial shock. What the hell is this? Diog. A Roomba's a floor manager. It's like a vacuum. This can't be right. Point it at. Togo's a place, right? One named singer in 1961. I mean, I have no idea. Bounded. Leaped, I guess? Rather than leapt. Divides and multiplies. I'm gonna go upon, and we are gonna put PTA in here. Oh, it's kinesthetic. Kin, aesthetic, and kinesthetic. I guess. It's pretty good. Centers of attentions. I mean, this has to be a plural, right? Centers of attention. Meds often come in them for short. So like RXs, prescriptions. Doesn't really like, I don't really love that. A main? We like main. What's this one? Still don't know that. Meds often come in them for short. I don't remember seeing this clue. Bruce Wayne in the Batman comics. I don't know. Do we like classmates? Yearbook signers. I mean, kinda. One giving creepy looks. I kinda like Ogler for that too. I don't know what Ted Lasso coaches, but hockey's as good as anything else. Shining intensely. That shit's all gonna be wrong. This, I have a feeling this isn't right, and so Classmates and Ogler's not right, and I just don't know. I have the same problem with Dallas. It might be Austin, and we might just be totally fucked up here. Oh wait, what did we just hit? Apparently the Rebus hotkey is insert, by the way. I had no idea. Did not know. Knock. Three-letter word knock. Tap, maybe? I don't know what the Taylor Swift tour is. Brandon Prejudice surname. This has got to be Die or Dur, right? Cool, from the Yiddish. Off. Rotten? I feel like we missed these clues. However I did this earlier, I skipped these ones. A scarab. Perhaps. Shining intensely. A glow. Zone out. Departmentalized. Departmentary. Departmentally. Oh my god. I really like departmentally. I don't know about these other things. Scarab, I don't know about. Supposed influence on Pink Floyd's The Piper. Texas terminus of I-35. I-35 goes north to south. All the fives go north to south, right? So the Texas terminus has got to be at the south end of Texas. Which I don't think Dallas or Austin are at the south end of Texas. I don't know. Could be MT. I mean, we got the E's. Sleeps? 40 winks? Really don't like putting that S at the end of this, though. Blue infinity symbol. MT. When said 3 times, mantra for some accused. I'm not sure on that one. Like some casts. All-Star. We like that. Orange and peach are colors. Okay. Place for a plug. Add space. Animal farm facility. The weed log. Thumb. Watch out. Word has it. I don't know. Beginner's edition. Introductory. Let's just get rid of all these. If I think these are wrong, let's just get rid of them like we did with the Austin. I really like It's Me though. Shit. This is you. I don't know. World's largest inland body of water. I mean, if this is Lake Baikal, let's go with that for now. I don't know if that's right. I don't know that either. Word before tooth or candy. I don't know. I don't know shit. Let's see there. Extra crisp. Maybe it's an R down there. Extra crisp. Informally. I'm gonna feel stupid for missing this one. I don't know Buffy the Vampire's friends, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer's friends, but I feel like I should, you know? I just don't. Is this Dior? Texas Terminus. I should know this too. This can't be that hard. I don't know if Tap's right. Man, if Tap's right, Scarab looks really good, but... Oh, maybe this is LSD. Let's put this right. What the hell is this? BT. I really hate BT here. That's why I didn't like Scarab, but shit. Something to her. The rap. What the hell is this word too? Lat. Damn, I just don't know Texas towns. I feel like I should know this too. Fool from the Yiddish. What does an old Jewish lady call a dummy? Experiment article. I mean, let's throw Dur in here. What hurt could this be? Man, I don't know. I don't know. How long has it been? We'll go 9 more minutes and then I'll hit it. Yeah, at this point, I'm ready. Hit me with the help if you got help. You are welcome to shout out answers. I got no clue here. 24 down. Meta? Fortune 500 company whose logo is a blue infinity symbol. Okay. Meta, that makes sense. So that'll be DOS. I don't know what Meta's logo looks like, but I'll take your word for it. That is a company. I haven't used Facebook in years. Let's see. That does sound good though. I still don't know this. Off. I should be able to get this too. Boys Club. The price of ignorance. Centers of attention. Extra crisp, informally. Is this... It's gotta be R. It's gotta be... Spider. Maybe something like that, you know? But it's not Spider. It can't be Spider. This could be Spider. What if the Buffy the Vampire Slayer had a friend named Spider? Greasy Garage Shop, maybe that's lube. Spider's fitting more and more. Come to. At some point. It divides and multiplies. Psycho Mother. I don't know if Trip Up's even right. Cause to stumble. I like Trip Up though. That seems good. Centers of attention. Maybe this isn't quite right. Beauty that runs in the family. I really like kinesthetic. Kinesthetic. It's gotta be right. That's gotta be right. That shit's right. I don't know what else that would possibly be. Boys Club. Probably not actually Spider. Two. "40 Winks." Damn, I really don't know. Taylor Swift concert series that broke Ticketmaster. Don't know what that tour is called. Don't know Pride and Prejudice. Unduly. Feedlot. You know what? Feedlot definitely is a thing. Word has it. And etymology. What does that make this? Milligrams? Okay, okay. Character, the son of Dunkirk, or chancellor who oversaw Germany's reunification? No clue. K, maybe? K? Cole? 40 Winks. Deny, deny, deny. 40 Winks. Feels. I don't know. Just don't know what this is either. Should know this. A southern city in Texas. La Tiva. I don't know it though. I don't know if this is right either. World's largest inland body of water. It's probably not right. It's not one of the Great Lakes, right? It's some other weird thing that I don't know. What's the one in Africa called? Isn't there a big-ass lake in Africa? Lake Baikal's the Russian one. Lake Victoria. I don't really see a way to fit that. Still, you know what? I really like Classmates here. Maybe we should just keep that. Big mouse. Oh, how did I never see this? ESPNU, right? Wish I saw that before. Thus far, poetically. Aired now? Air till now? See them now and again. Now I really have no idea what this is, though. With a P there? Big Mouse might be Moz. I like that. We'll throw a now in here. Air now. This is looking like hockey again. We had hockey in here for a long time and I got rid of it. You might see them now and again. Do I like Ogler back in here? I got rid of all these a minute ago. A glare? Group. Caspian Sea? Maybe it is soccer. I bet you're right. You said soccer there. Gee. Milton. Oh, you might see them now and again. Glazer reruns. Oh, man. I was going to give up. You were right. Second soccer. I looked over and I saw you said soccer, and that's what got me Caspian Sea even. Intro version. I don't know Tony. Especially, particularly, probably. Oh, Bruce Wayne's an orphan. Okay. Jazz Great Al. Don't know. You know, I do still like It's Me. It fits again. Without looking back. Or without holding back. Subject of DC's Stone of Hope. I mean, eye's not a thing, right? There's no eye tooth. Could this be Saki? Something Saki? I don't know. Alright, we've passed an hour though. I think it's time. Even though we just had a nice little streak, I'm still stuck on all these other ones. Even though I feel like I should be able to get them. But I'm ready to quit. It's time. Let's reveal the puzzle. Reveal to me the answers. Laredo, Texas. Okay, and it's rap and not tap. Makes sense. Still wouldn't have known it. The Eras Tour? Not in a million years. Darby or Darcy? Okay. Pride and Prejudice surname? Didn't know it. Obtrudes? Didn't know that. I was going to put an A here or an O. Or did I put an A there? I think I might have, just because unduly means it's like got a bad prefix, you know? Sort of my thought. Yuts? I probably could have got Yuts. Off. Screwy. A few Z's. Ugh. And this was eye. What is an eye tooth? I was thinking this couldn't be eye because eye tooth doesn't make any sense. Let me Google eye tooth, actually. A canine tooth, especially one in the upper jaw. So it's like the third tooth from the middle. I don't know why that's called the eye tooth. They're called canines due to their resemblance to dogs' fangs. That doesn't say why it's called an eye tooth, though. If you say that you would give your eye teeth for something, you mean that you want it very much and you would do anything to get it. It doesn't say why it's called an eye tooth, dude. What the fuck is this? Eye teeth were considered valuable as a sign that a child had grown its full set of teeth. When one had his eye teeth, he was fully alert with the wisdom of an adult. Still does not explain why it's called an eye tooth. I mean, everything just says it's just your canine teeth. It doesn't say why it's called eye tooth. Never heard that before. All right, freely, without holding back. Okay, makes sense. Hurt, that was the name we were never going to get. Hot Saki, so it was Saki. The Stone of Hope is for Martin Luther King. Is that new thing? That was the one that there was a bunch of pictures on the internet of because it looked a little goofy, like it was like arms hugging each other or something. I don't think I would have gotten that one. I was thinking like World War I, WWI in here, but I really had no idea what that was. Foci. We could have got Foci, maybe. High def. Yeah, I don't know. Price of ignorance is an idiot tax. That's, okay. Psycho Mother was Norma. I did not remember that. Malefaction, a boys club. Malefaction. Yeah, I feel like we could have got that one. At some point once. Come to total. I don't think I was going to get total from Come To. Like it adds up to. Trip Up we got Amoeba. It divides and multiplies. Xander. Was not getting Xander. Hungan. Okay. So it's Dion. OMG. What did I have here? Oh, I had OMO here, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay. We weren't getting anything in that. Did we miss anything else? K and Cole. It did end up being what I guessed it was, but that was totally a guess. I feel like we could have got Laredo if I had thought about it a little better. You know what? I'm okay with that though. We didn't do perfect. We didn't end up successfully solving the entire puzzle, you know. But I got contextually, I got interrelations, I got departmentally, I got kinesthetic, I got introversion. That was all pretty good. I probably wouldn't have got introversion without GS9391's help. Yeah, that was a nice 3 hours of puzzles. I'm gonna stop now though. Let's see what the see what our friend's message is. That's thank you GS9391 for following too, dude. Thank you for coming and helping me with a little bit of a puzzle and for following. I don't do crosswords that often, but I do like to do them. especially if I'm not really feeling like playing anything else, you know? I'll be back tomorrow. I'm probably going to play a cute little hacking horror game tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. We will see. We will see. Plans may change. Anyway, have a nice night. Farewell.